We had planned on going to Kabini for quite some time. Finally, an opportunity came. We had booked the Orange County, which is now known as the Evolve Back Resort in Kabini. So we started early in the morning around 6 o'clock from our home and took the road to Mysore. And after around an hour and a half of the drive, we stopped just after Ramnagara at Kamath Lokruchi restaurant. It's a good popular place for many people to have their breakfast when they are going towards Mysore. Unfortunately, over the years, I have seen its quality deteriorate, service deteriorate. This particular time when we reached there, they were insisting on everybody to do the buffet, and buffet is like a set menu that you can order anything from, and they will basically take inordinate amount of time to order something that is inconvenient for them. So we spent there almost an hour, and in the end it was not a very happy experience. Next time around, we probably will have to find a different place for breakfast. As you drive towards the resort, the road turns little villagish, and eventually you arrive. The resort is set against a beautiful setting next to a river, and suddenly all the pains that you had to go through to reach this place, you forget them. As we entered the resort, we saw an elephant carrying some, uh, which looked like palm trees. I am not sure. And you suddenly feel like you have reached one of those movie settings. We checked into our room and we were quickly transferred to our room, and our luggage was brought in there. Um, the rooms are nicely done. They are not modernish, but they have kind of a cottagey feel to them. But at the same time, they don't look totally run down. Uh, there are rooms with jacuzzis. We had booked a room with a jacuzzi, which is a nice addition. On top of that, the beds are good and the general service levels are very good in this particular resort. Jacuzzi was really looking very inviting, but we thought we will try it at a later time. In the evening, we decided to go and take a safari. To reach the safari place, you have to take a boat from the Orange County Resort, cross the river, and on the other end of the river, you have jungle lodges, and they are the organizers of the safari. The tickets were already made available by Orange County, so that was effortless. You go there, get into kind of a bus, and it starts around 4 p.m. and you will see a lot of interesting wildlife. This one particularly goes into the Nagarhole National Park, and you will see lots of elephants, lots of bisons, and lots of other smaller animals. You just have to keep an eye out for them. The safari took around 2.5 hours, and then we had to take the boat back to our resort. We were back in our resort by 7 p.m. We also met Gary, the friend of SpongeBob SquarePants. He was just walking around the resort looking for some stuff. We said hi to him. He said hi back to everybody. The next day morning, we were planning to go on a boat safari. So we had to get up early around 6 o'clock, get ready by 6:30, and the boat leaves at 6:30. I preferred the boat safari to the road safari that we did the earlier day, because the road safari takes you only to the Nagarholi National Park, while the river essentially flows between the Nagarholi National Park and the Bandipur National Park. So when you are going via the boat, you can see the animals and the flora and the fauna from both sides of the national park. Also, little bit later in the day, when the sun comes up, many animals will come near the water body, and since you are in the river, there is chances of good sightings. We saw the usual accomplices like the bison, the elephant. We saw lots of birds, kingfisher, and many other birds. And we did see few crocodiles who were swimming along looking for their catch. So all in all, it was a very, very nice experience, and we kind of enjoyed it. We had pretty much the whole day to ourselves after the boating, so we decided to just walk around the place, go to the river, also do some cycling on the banks of the river, which was a very nice experience. Next day it was time to check out. We checked out at around 11:30. We left that place. We drove for few hours and then stopped for our, a small break near Mandya. If you are coming from Mysore towards Bangalore, a little bit after Mandya, a few kilometers after Mandya, on the right hand side you will see this food court called Raito Food Court. We stopped there, had some snacks and some tea, and then we left for Bangalore. We finally reached Bangalore at around 5:30 p.m. It was a very enjoyable trip which we did on a long weekend. The place is very nice and you could spend a long weekend easily there. And finally we were back to the work and the grind of the daily life. If you have watched this video and liked it, please hit the subscribe button on my channel and also subscribe for notification by hitting the bell icon. See you in the next video in few days.